Hello everybody, my name is Diego Alejandro, also known as Diego AM, and today we're going to be reviewing an album that I have been holding off of listening to for a while, and that album is Mac Miller's Swimming. Now, the reason why I think it's time for me to review this album or listen to it, experience it, is because I think now that I have this platform to really vocalize my opinions and to really get involved with music in a more expressive way, I'm gonna be able to really listen to Mac Miller, like the album and then potentially listen to the next album that he has, because I've heard that Circles, I think that's what it's called, is an actually great album. I'm very excited to get into this. I'm excited to feel very mellow, low-key kind of sad, because I heard this album foreshadows his death in a way that makes it almost eerie / creepy. Before I begin, I just want to remind y'all to please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and comment down below my videos. I actually saw this album came out in August 3rd, 2018, which is kind of crazy because it's August 2nd right now, and I didn't even know it.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. And I got neighbors, they're more like strangers, we could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. And I was drowning, but now I'm swimming through stressful waters to relief.
So I don't know much about Mac Miller except for he's from Pittsburgh, but I do know that his cause of his death was from addiction or from overdosing on drugs, and I kind of knew he had depression. I kind of did, but yeah, listening to these lyrics, they're very clear that this is what Mac Miller is trying to establish. These lines specifically, and I was drowning, but now I'm swimming through stressful waters to relief. I assume that this is him coming up from his depression, or at least being able to combat his mental illness and essentially floating after he was essentially drowning. Dude, he's a great singer. He's actually a fantastic singer.
Spend a little time in
Oh wow.
what I won't tell you, I'll probably never even tell myself. They told me it only gets better. My regrets
Dude,
just like texts I
this is beautiful, and these lyrics are so sad. Oh my god. This is a beautiful song. Like I said, I knew that Mac Miller has suffered with depression and addiction in his past, and ultimately it was his addiction to drugs that ultimately led to his death. This song is so sad. Mac Miller helped produce this alongside this other dude named John Bryan. Mac Miller's production is rich. It is so rich, it's flavorful. It really sets the tone for this album and what's to come, and his voice also helps elude that. It's so well constructed. The beat is so synthy, but it's also so sweet and mellow. This song is very beautiful. Dude, I kind of like how his voice is off. Yeah, how it reaches to a note that he can barely kind of hit. I love it. I love the raspiness.
Turn the ignition, I'm driven and sitting pretty. Listening to Whitney and whipping it through the city. Yeah, down in like a concert or a monster truck. I'm tripping, but I'm falling up. Always said I wanted it all, but it's...
Dude, Shield Silverstein's. I remember reading a lot of these as a kid, and I find it really cool that Mac Miller can credit Shield Silverstein as one of those people that helped him creatively as a kid, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Everything's strange. That's just a game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. We was getting lifted.
Oh, I like the yeah, the background, in the background. That shit's cool. Dude, his voice is really special. It really is.
But it's really not that different when you think about it. Change, but I ain't the same.
This line is so good. I actually really like that line. I'm always saying I won't change, but I ain't the same. A lot of things that I'm starting to realize as I'm getting older, and I understand I'm saying that as somebody who definitely doesn't. I understand my wisdom. I understand I shouldn't be giving advice, but I'm gonna give advice. I don't give a fuck. It's my channel. As I've grown up, I've always said to myself that like, oh yeah, like my morals, my morality, my personality and stuff like that is how it is and it won't change. And now that like I've grown and I've lived through many experiences, I realized that like slowly but surely I will always end up changing. Dude, I like that the background that shit's nice. This song was cool. I think it was groovy. I think it was nice. I don't think it's anything amazing. Maybe it's a little bit bland slash boring, but at the same time, I think that what it manages to encapsulate is very much so like a very smooth, bumpy song that's like just about like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with the description, but I like the sound. I like the sound that I'm hearing from this. I think it's catchy. I think it's nice, and I think it's a good song. J. Cole produced this? I know J. Cole was a producer, but like I did not know he was producing like this. But shout out to J. Cole, bro. I love J. Cole. Oh my god. Wow, very dreamy like production. Really dreamy. I actually really like this. I really like this so far. I hope it drops hard. Oh wow. Oh wow. 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 Dude. Wow. Wow. That shit's actually dope. Holy shit. Wow, the bass. Dude, I love that bass. Wow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't let them keep you down.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
What if I don't need it? There's something about it that just frees me out.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, we're colder than the breeze, but the breeze ain't flowing like me, motherfucker. Hold up.
Oh my god. I love that. We're colder than the breeze, but the breeze ain't flowing like me, motherfucker. Hold up. That is tough. I love that line.
Time is ticking, come take a ride. Inside,
Wow.
this is highly different. I'm talking fly, got a pilot with him. Can I mind my business? Why you tripping? Give you something that your eyes can witness. Ooh, you too close. I don't understand why you're doing the most.
Dude, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Don't let them keep you down.
I love that chorus. I love this beat.
What if I just want another
Yo,
with it? Fuck up.
that's awesome. This part's awesome. I love that. I love that.
Look how far we came. Still they throwing dirt on my name, but it never worried
He knows.
my
He knows
brain.
it's good.
Head down miles plus change. It's been a while, but I'm down till I'm out, and it is what it is till it ain't.
Wait, Thundercat? Thundercat. Wow. Ooh, I love the spaciness. Oh my god. That song was groovy. I really fucked with the song. It's really catchy. The production is great, and it's made by Pomo. I don't know who that is, but the production is really spacey. It's groovy at the beginning. The intro, the way how they introduce this beat was really, really cool. You deadass heard the beat and you were like, this shit too low. And then it slowly started gaining and getting up with the fucking like I think the drums, like the beat of the drums or something, and then eventually like became so spacey and full. That was great. Also, I guess Thundercat is the person who's on the bass throughout the song since he's singing in it. And yeah, shout out to Snoop Dogg also being a part of this. I love Thundercat.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually really like Mac Miller's like raspiness.
Ain't perfect, but I don't mind. 'Cause on the surface, I look so fine. But really, I'm bugging, making something out of nothing. Yep. I'm treading water, I swear. That if I drown, I don't care. They calling for me from the shore. I need more.
Who's that? Ooh, the drums in the background.
Yeah, it feel like the weekend on a Tuesday.
Wow.
I can move days.
Yeah.
I got something else to do, they always do, hey. If I do say, the do say with the homies like it's Kool-Aid. Me, I'm just trying to play it cool, Jetty was. Yeah. Making something out of nothing.
Ooh, why is this so eerie?
Yeah. Tell me you love me, spin me around. Pretty please pick me up in the air and don't put me down. Bare feet, running late. Her car started even though the only thing that she driving a hard bargain. She put me back together when I'm out of order. Perfect.
What? I'm sorry, I'm not saying much, but I feel like there's not much to say. Not in a way where it's like this album is like flat and stuff like that. It's not that. It's just that like this album is very much so, it feels like it's just an album to really listen to and appreciate more than to like analyze. Don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of things that I haven't been catching and stuff like that. The strength so far that I see from Mac Miller is that his voices are also flowy and very much so like melodic. I think I can really appreciate because I think he does it pretty well. I say pretty well, not really well, because I think that at some points it's very much so too slow. Not in a way where I'm saying that it's like it needs to be fast and he needs to rap fast or something like that. Like this album itself feels like it's just very mellow and dragging on. Maybe that's the point of the album, and I think it is, and that's why I'm not hating on it. All right, next song is Self Care. I've listened to the song. I have it on my playlist. I had it on my playlist.
I switched to time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking, where will I go?
Infectious Force. JD is here?
Climbing over
What
that
the
wall.
fuck?
I remember, yes, I remember. Yes, I remember.
Dude, I've been listening to this song at least since 2018 when this like album came out. I never knew JD was on this, and I never heard wall. And you can easily tell it's JD once you really focus on it. That's crazy, bro. Shout out JD. I love JD, bro.
Hell yeah, we gonna be alright.
That makes so much sense as JD when he sings that. Oh my god. This part is legendary. One of the best beat switches of all time.
I didn't know, can you feel it now? Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, 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 yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling.
Dude, this song is so great. I love this song. Dude, this song is so fucking great. I like I said, I remember listening to this song, and this song really establishes like Mac's struggles with addiction, but also his like perseverance to really improve himself. The first part of the song is definitely him talking about how like he's doing better and stuff like that, and that like he knows what he needs to do to like be better and shit, and like to stop doing drugs. And then when you meet Oblivion, it's like him acknowledging that like he was in oblivion. Like after the self-care that he was able to like take, he realized that he was in oblivion and he made it out. And like, yeah, he can think about how great oblivion was, but he knows that like he got all the time in the world, and for now I'm just chilling. So sad, bro. R.I.P. Mac Miller, for real.
Yeah. Well, I got a bone to pick like roses. I ain't feeling broken no more. Bought a fist that got spin, I noticed. Talking shit, I wonder through the motives. Wonder who the fuck I'm supposed to be. I ain't worried now until I leave. I'm just trying to ride and feel the breeze with something bad beside next to me. Wind in my face.
Wow.
Don't stop. I don't know what it's all about. Running through too many thoughts to count. That's way better. Still ain't adding up. I'll let you know when I had enough. Yeah.
Wow. I love this beat.
Hey, yeah.
Oh shit, he's singing.
The sun is shining, I can look at the horizon. The walls keep getting wider, I just hope I never find them, I know. Hey! These are my wings.
Oh, this beat, bro.
These are my wings. Yeah.
Dude, this beat. It's so like space.
Well,
it's
moving so fast, guess I just play it by ear. Silence is all that I hear. Listening close as I can. Growing up, 1, 2, 3. Jump. Nobody holding my hand, no. What I need, then I'll be out. Who can search the universe with me?
Oh,
Lucifer's humans, so are we. All I ever want is what I need, and that don't include your time and company. Follow me, we on the up and up. Remember when I owed $100? Now I look around like, what the fuck? If you don't fuck with me, you fucking up.
Dude, this shit's
But I
sad.
just
Fuck.
watch. Well, look. The sun is shining, I can look at the horizon. The walls keep getting wider, I just hope I never find them, no.
Hope I never find it. Fuck, bro. This shit is sad. What the fuck?
Well,
Fuck this beat, bro. This beat is so great. Dude, this is bad. This is bad because this is sad. Fuck, it's sad. This album is sad and it's getting to me. It's getting to me. I'm not gonna cry. But that being said, this is a great song. It's like, dude, it's like, fuck. I'm starting to realize something about this album, right? There's only a few people who really listen to this album. And I say a few, but I mean like thousands, right? Of people who listened to this album when Mac Miller was still alive. And I imagine this must have felt so like sad, but also like freeing to hear about Mac Miller talking about finally having these wings that carry him from his depression and anxieties and addiction to ultimately find better lands, right? Better footing. But as somebody who's now listening to this, knowing that Mac Miller has died and knowing that he's no longer going to be able to make music nor live the life that he was finally able to live, it's so sad. And it's so fucking sad. And like, dude, I don't know. This experience is definitely unique because there's two ways. Like I said, there's two ways you can listen to this. As somebody who's listened to this before Mac Miller died, and then as somebody who listened to this after Mac Miller has died. And listening to this after is so fucking sad. But great song otherwise. Like, Mac Miller knows how to flow. He knows how to sing. And this chorus is so good. So good. And the beat, I love the beat. The beat has so many like weird like beepings and like bops, I guess, in the background that just fits so well. It genuinely it reminded me a lot of like Wii music in a way. I'm not sure if that's, you know, like if people else feel that, but like it just reminded me a lot of like Wii music when you would like play the Wii and you would like maybe like click on something and it would make the song like that. That's not the sound at all. The song is Ladders, and okay, I definitely heard the song before. I definitely heard it before.
somehow we gotta find a way. No matter how many miles it takes.
Wow. The
I know it feels so good right now, but it all comes
that in the
out
background,
when the night
like the humming is fantastic.
day.
Like the end of the high,
Make the light turn it
probably the end of the high.
Feel it a little, feel it a lot. I'm swimming a bit, but deeper in thought. Coming knocking on your door. Well, I'ma maintain. I'm staying
Wow.
so high. Took the ladder all the way up till we touching the sky. All I wanna do is free your mind. We don't see no lines. We don't color inside.
We don't see no lines. We don't color inside. We don't color inside lines. We need to follow this. I love that. I love that fucking line. Like, hell yeah, bro. Speak your truth. This dude said, we don't see no lines. We don't color inside. We're not following these societal fucking pressures. We're doing our own thing. We don't give a fuck about the system. We're doing our own system. Why? Because we don't need to follow all the systems. We gotta live our lives, living our lives for ourselves. And what I mean by that is that we have to prioritize the things we want to prioritize and make sure that we are able to prioritize those things, because that way we're gonna be able to prioritize ourselves. I think I love that line for that. We don't see no lines. We don't color inside. We don't need to follow what other people tell us to follow. Of course, like, follow common laws, right? Like, don't run a stop sign. Don't run a red light. Don't kill somebody, please. But we should be able to, like, we shouldn't let other people tell us what we need to do. If they're like, oh yeah, people don't act like that, people don't do that, motherfucker, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck about these people. You shouldn't give a fuck about them too. Fuck them.
When the night, make the lights turn the day.
Dude, this production is insane. Oh wow. I love that. I love that. That shit was pop, 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 pop. That shit was clean. Hold on.
Turn the day.
Dude, that shit's so tough. Oh my god. Instrumental. Yo. This is great. This is really great. I like the song. You hear a in the fucking background. That shit's clean.
All that fucking doll if it all ain't me. Maybe we inside the maze. Somehow we gotta find a way.
You gotta figure yourself, bro.
I wouldn't wait for it.
I love how, like, you hear his main voice singing, and then you hear his, like, monotone voice in the background, like, adding the bass to his vocals. It's comforting. It's like this motherfucker hugging me for real. Like, who is this producer? Dude, Pomo got it. Pomo's pretty great. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Whoever Pomo is putting in the work. He's putting in the work in this album. That was a great song. I definitely heard it before. It was pretty great. great message again. A lot of these songs have such a great message. Fuck. But great message. We gotta climb these ladders, and it was so groovy. I like the beat. I love the bars. If we don't see no lines, we don't color inside. This man Mac Miller dead ass speaking like a prophet. And he's speaking like he's a philosopher. Like he's really giving us the ethical answers to our problems, and I respect that from him.
Yeah, the world is so small till it ain't. Yeah, I'm building up a wall till it break. I don't wanna keep you waiting. I hope I never keep you waiting.
I love this beat.
Yeah, think I know it all, but I don't.
Dude, the
Why you always
bass,
at
dude, the
and I just wanna ball.
That shit's tough.
Maybe dunk, but I never been tough.
Yeah.
I might probably need to do better. Fuck whoever,
Now
keep
you
my
just
shit
that.
together. You never told me being rich was so lonely. Nobody know me. Oh well, hard to complain from this 5-star hotel.
Fair enough.
I'm always, we don't need nothing but today. The world is so small.
Wow, I
till it
love
ain't,
this
till it ain't,
chorus.
till it ain't,
Holy
till it
shit.
ain't. I hope I never keep you waiting.
This song
Never
is
keep
a
you waiting.
bop. Holy shit. Oh, the switching, yes, bro. Whenever a song be switching, the fucking I don't know what the term is, bro. If somebody knows what this term is, please tell me, bro. But I love, put it in the comments. I love when they be switching up the vocals in your ears and switching them from left and right. That shit is so fucking stimulating. Sounds like Bikini at Bottom.
Keep reaching up.
Dude, I love
That's really all it takes.
That shit, bro. Fuck.
I'll never keep you waiting.
Beat switch.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 I get it wrong. That's why I wrote this song. Tell myself to hold on.
Damn.
I can feel my fingers slipping in a motherfucking instant. I'll be gone. Who I wanna be. I guess you gotta see it to believe. Ooh, I've been
wow.
a fool,
This
but it's
is
cool. That's what
beautiful.
human beings
The
do.
keys?
Keep your eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes. Tired, I don't got a spare second. When I lose. I don't keep count, nobody checking.
Wow. Dude, that was dope. I love the breakdown at the end. That shit was crazy. The piano keys are nice. This whole song, production-wise, is amazing. Is this the same dude? Oh, no, it's not. I don't know who this dude is. I don't know who that dude is. Dude, that shit was amazing. That shit was actually amazing. That song was so groovy. I love the spacing. It was so perfect. Like, the way how that bass came in and was like... That shit was so groovy. Alright, the song is Conversation Part 1.
We ain't on the same shit.
I like that break.
No way.
Produce.
You ain't from my planet, we don't speak the same language. This is an occasion, ain't it? I'm feeling good and hating. Shit, I don't recognize these faces. Yeah, all you do is sit around the house, you getting faded. That ain't entertainment. Yeah. You missing every single shot that you ain't taking. To your
Dude.
imagination.
I'm not sure how I feel about this beat. It's interesting, but I don't think I'm not sure if it works. How do I phrase this? It's very abstract. It has a lot of different sounds that they're trying to mesh together to work, and I feel like it is working at some points, but at some points it's not. In the middle of this, there was this like part where like something came in when like something like that, and I think that sounded really good, but like otherwise this beat is a little bit too janky. I wonder if it's gonna improve. But if it doesn't, I don't think this beat is good. I don't think it fits, especially Mac Miller's flow singing style. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I really am not. I like the
Lacing up my sneakers, I'll be running
I like
out of
the
patience. Started in the base.
You know, I
Made it way above the
I think the thing is I don't like this beat because I feel like it has too much spacing, and I think that Mac Miller has too much spacing in his vocals to begin with, or his verses, so it just creates too much dead space where I think it needs to be filled by honestly Mac Miller just rapping a bit faster and creating more of an energy that matches this more gritty and grimy beat compared to like his very melodic and soothing vocals. I don't think it works. Honestly.
When you really bout it, you don't say shit. Pocket full of aces. Take over my city, yeah, that's really home invasions. All my homies with me getting busy,
cool.
no vacations. They ain't on my wave, but they waving. Stop it, boy, you running through your savings. Occasion, ain't
I like that paparam. That sounds good. It's a great sound.
I don't recognize these faces.
The fucking like bongos in the background. Shit. Very honest reaction right here. I think that song was not good. I don't think this was a good song. And I say that because I think there's a lot of elements in this that don't work together, but individually they are good. I think that the problem with this song is kind of what I expressed. I think this beat has way too much spacing, and I think Mac Miller's vocal / verse lyrics have too much spacing in it itself. Like I said, like I understand that's not Mac Miller's style necessarily, or at least in this album is trying to portray that more melodic and like slowed down steady style. But I think that to have a beat like this, you really need somebody who's going to be able to like attack it and really ride the grimy beat in a way that Mac Miller is just slowly like spreading himself over it. Dunno.
Yeah.
It says the song is dedicated to Ariana Grande.
She do whatever she like.
I like how the beat cuts and then goes back in. I like that. Yeah, it goes like
so bad.
What?
Well, we was fucking, almost missed my flight. Tripping, I said it's alright.
I thought Ariana Grande stands are crying.
Goddamn, we was hit last night.
I'm looking at you, and you know who I'm talking about. This is cute. This is a cute song.
Until there is no longer.
Wow.
Let's get lost inside the cloud. You gotta work harder. I can calm you down. Yeah, 'cause I wanna see them lips kissing ear to ear. I wanna hear your song. Until there is no longer. Let's get lost inside the cloud.
Dude, I need to. Shit. Fuck.
You gotta work harder. I can calm you down.
Dude, this is so beautiful. This is actually so beautiful.
I think we just might be alright. Thank you.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh, what the fuck? Dude, this genius line. Oh no. No. Oh fuck, that's sad. Everything will be okay. Oh, that's sad. That's fucking sad. Shit. Oh, this is sad. This is sad. Ah, fuck. The feels. Fuck. Dude, that's a good song. That's sad. That's a beautiful song. Like, that's a beautiful song. Based on what I read in some of the Genius things, this song is quite literally dedication to Ariana Grande, and Mac Miller isn't necessarily making the song in a way where it's like resentful towards her. It's very much so like showing his appreciation for the relationship they had, and like very much so like wanting her to be happy, like loving her. This is like love. Dude, that is so sad. That is cute. This is such a beautiful, cute song. And like that lyric, dude, oh my god. The song is Jet Fuel, and I've heard the song before, and it's pretty great. Oh, Steve Lacy's on this? No wonder it's good, bro. No wonder it's good, bro.
Yeah. Used to wanna be a superhero, flying around with a cape, catching bad guys.
Yeah.
Now my head underwater, but I ain't in the shower and I ain't getting baptized.
He's drowning.
To the good and the bad, came from the basement under that floor. You don't come close, you don't need to know I'm the GOAT. You don't need to know how I backflip off the rope. Sky hook when I'm in the post.
When I'm on the post like Kareem. Shit.
I ain't calling it. Woke up this morning with a bright idea. Let it run.
I love this part.
Yeah.
Oh, the wait.
Everybody wanna jump in, but I'm old school. Lone wolf, take them on solo. Yeah. I don't need nobody. I don't need to be nobody. I'm just doing my thing. Kick it at the crib, I don't see nobody know.
Holy shit. He fell back into drugs. Oh wow. The fucking, this is beautiful. Holy shit. Wow. 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 Wowzers. Wowzers. That shit was cool. That shit was cool. This song is great. I've listened to the song before. I don't remember this ending at all. Actually, it's super groovy, super vibey. It's so nice and like aesthetically pleasing, and like it really is full. It's a full song. Like there's a lot going on in the background, but it matches perfectly with his vocals. He also adds like a lot of harmonizing notes in the background that he adds and he produces into the song. It's pretty great. And the ending is cool. The ending is definitely him talking about how he fell back into drugs, but he's saying that now is only now, as if like he's saying that like he's back into drugs, but it's only for a minute because he knows he's gonna get back. But at the same time, it's not. It's kind of sad when you understand what happened. It says that 2009 is a reflective journey from the year before Mac's breakup mixtape Kids released to the present day. So this is before his breakup mixtape. Wow. Wow. Whoa. This shit feels like a Disney song. Dude, this is beautiful. It's like a Disney song, for real.
Yeah.
Oh wow, here we go. This is gonna be a cute ass song, huh?
I don't need to lie no more.
Wow.
Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more.
2009.
Yeah, I know what's behind that door.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta jump in to swim. Well, the light was dim and this light was sin. Now every day I wake up and breathe. I don't have it all, but that's alright with me. And sometimes,
oh, wow.
I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house. Habits looking for me, but I don't need to lie no more.
This is beautiful.
Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind.
Jesus Christ.
She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly.
Fuck.
I ain't asking why no more.
Fuck. Oh fuck, that's sad. He says she don't have to cry no more. She tell me that I get her high because an angel's supposed to fly. And Jesus, he's saying that his mom doesn't cry anymore because like of like the struggles and poverty that they were in, but now instead she gets high, like she gets euphoria knowing that his angel, her angel, aka Mac, was always meant to fly, always meant to prosper. Oh fuck. Dude, this shit's sad.
See me and you, we ain't that different. I struck the fuck out and then I came back swinging. Take my time to finish, mind my business. A life ain't a life till you live it. I was digging me a hole, big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own. With these arms, I can carry them home.
This shit's crazy sad. I live a life. A life ain't a life till you live it. I was digging me a hole big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own. It is the weight of his world. It's the weight of the fact that he's now on drugs. He dug a hole himself by doing drugs.
Because I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door.
This shit's sad. This shit's actually so sad. This beat is pretty fucking great. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but dude, it's sad. This shit's actually so sad. Imagine his mom was so fucking sad when he died. He must have been devastated. That song is probably my favorite. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That dude, R.P. Mac Miller for real. That shit got me emotional. Ooh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have the world in the palm of your hands, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pockets. I tell them red light, stop it. Shit, that give me more headaches than alcoholics. There was nothing in my wallet, just a lot of dreaming. Come over later and we won't let no one close to us. We could be posted up. Yeah. Okay, well, you could have the world in the palm of your hands, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pocket, so it goes.
So it goes.
This narcissism more like narcotics, so it goes.
Wow. Wow, I love it.
Well, everybody gather round.
Ah, shit.
I'm still standing, sit down.
I'm still standing. Fuck.
Whoa, oh. And I know I've been out. But now I'm back in town. Show you the ropes. So it goes, so it goes, so it goes. Da 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 da.
Damn, bro, this shit's good. Fuck. This shit's sad though. Fuck.
Clementine peeling off and everyone get left behind.
Orange.
I'm only 5'7", except I'm feeling like I'm
7'5".
7'5". Damn it, my God, it go on and on, just like a circle. I go back where I'm from. Well, everybody gather round. I'm still standing, sit down.
Wow.
Whoa, oh.
Fuck. Wow. This production. Who does it? Who did this? Mac. Good job. Genius is telling me that Mac Miller told John Bryan, the producer of this album, to make the ending of this song sound like an ascension into heaven. And what's crazy about this is that Mac Miller tweeted this out publicly in a tweet 2 hours before his death, where he quite literally says, "And so it goes, is so beautiful, man. I just told John Bryan to play the ascension into heaven and he nailed it," which I think is so sad. Wow. All right, so that was a sad album. All right, it's time for the actual review, and I don't want to go ahead and just start saying, "Oh yeah, that was a sad album. That was a sad album," because I just finished editing it, and that's literally almost everything I said the whole album. I'm so sorry. But I think the album is pretty great. I think that it introduces a very complex and like very unique approach to describing addiction and mental illness, which is something that I feel that a lot of people especially in the music industry try to stay away from until like recently in recent times. And I think Mac Miller managed to really capture the aspect of recovery from anxiety, depression, and addictions very well in his album. Conceptually, this album isn't really complex, right? It's him trying to swim in the ocean instead of drowning in the ocean, which in this case is the metaphor for drugs. I think that this album does a really good job with two things. One, production, which I think is incredible. Almost every single song here in this album has an intense and amazingly sounding production that just carries a lot of synths, a lot of different live instrumentals, like the guitar, the bass guitar in Small Worlds. Everything was really well produced. And I also think something that's done really well is the atmosphere that these songs create. It also derives from Mac Miller's storytelling. And I think overall this album does a really good job at mixing those two things together to create an experience. Now, I won't lie to you, or during this review, I cut out a lot of moments where I quite literally said I disliked this album. During my first listen to this album, I wasn't really paying as attention as I was in my second or third listen. Part of that has to do with the fact that since like the topic is just so distraughting and just so like sad, it's hard to really like stay upbeat and give a good analysis of something that be putting you in your feels. When I first thought about reviewing this album, I thought about giving it probably like a low 6 out of 10. And the reason being that I feel like this album is an inconsistent album, but not in a way where I'm saying, oh, the songs aren't good or they don't follow a very like rigid like path that they need to take in order to tell its story. It's more or less so something based off of what I said earlier in my review. I wonder how people reacted to this album when it first came out compared to them listening to this album once Mac Miller has died. I think Mac Miller's death adds a lot of nuance and a more emotional factor to this that changes the outcome and view of this album in a completely different way. It goes from being something that is 100% just a story of recovery and of being healthier and stuff like that, to something that tells the same story but has a sad, almost like Shakespearean, like Romeo and Juliet type ending that is resulted from Mac Miller's unfortunate accidental overdose. And I think that creates a very inconsistent album when it comes to the type of experience one had to the experience that one had. That made me think that, okay, this album wasn't as good as what I thought it was, since I only had Mac Miller's death factored into my first listen. After listening to it again, if I really focus on not paying attention to Mac Miller's death, even though it's really hard to, you start realizing this album probably does a lot for other people than most other albums do. And it's because it is an album of recovery. And I think that it creates this beautiful undertone. And like I said, it kind of romanticizes Mac Miller's death, but not in a way where it's like romanticizing the idea of overdosing on drugs, but painting him as a martyr. And I love that because Mac Miller's personality really shines through this album. It makes it his own. And the fact that you're listening to something that is so personal yet so universal, especially to people who probably have gone through very intense mental and like physical like turmoils, it probably creates a feeling of like of self-being and of like composure, like being able to understand that other people go through this, but they all go through it in different ways, and that's what kind of makes it okay. Overall, this album is a delight. It's very, very, very like, this is different than most other albums. The production's insane. The lyrics are weak. If I had to be honest, I think the weakest part about this is the lyrics. The lyrics have sometimes very good metaphors, allusions, very good flow. But overall, I think that like the verses just were kind of weak. They just really relied on Mac Miller's delivery, which was excellent, but unfortunately, delivery doesn't equate good lyrics. Now, that being said, they weren't bad lyrics. Overall, I think this album is a lot more positive than what I thought it was. I genuinely thought I was gonna give it like a low 6 out of 10 because I just felt like it wasn't necessarily as like special as I thought it was. After listening to it my second time and then my third, I came to the conclusion very quickly that I was fucking tripping. This album is a low 8 out of 10. It's not a strong, it's not a normal, because I feel that like it is weak in some parts, like the verses and stuff like that. It kind of has the same problems as my last album review of Utopia because it lacks its like really good verses that I feel could have like really propelled this album to even greater heights. Also, I think that Conversations Part 1 is not that great of a song. And I mean that I think it has too much spacing, and I think the spacing creates this very dry environment, even though there is very lush instrumentals and good vocal performances from Mac Miller. I want to say thank you for listening, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys disagree, agree with me, if you guys think Conversation Part 1 is a good song, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. If we want to fight about it, we can fight about it. If you want to argue about it, we can argue about it. If we just want to talk and share our opinions, I am more than happy to do that with you. Also, I want to say this album almost made me cry. I'm so glad I didn't cry, but there's nothing wrong with crying.